Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I'm not going to be here with Geeky Sparkles today. She's actually out today, so we're going to have a couple videos here on the channel talking about some stuff. She's not going to be involved. I'm sorry, no woohoos for you today. But this video is about ABC News and how some people are starting to feel this is just a giant smokescreen for Disney, that they're talking about, or that there are rumors or rumblings about them selling ABC networks and selling off other networks that aren't part of their core business assets, I guess. And there's a lot of anxiety at ABC News. A lot of people worried about their jobs. I wonder if The View will finally get canceled. If they do indeed sell, I think they're gonna sell. It's just a matter of how much and to who they're selling to. There are two potential buyers. One of them is Nexstar, which owns what's left of the CW. And we saw what happened to the CW. They gutted the CW. They canceled almost all the shows, right? And they're going to pivot to like old timer shows, and they're going to pivot to more reality TV and that sort of thing. Kind of thing that old people watch in the background. That's basically what they're going to do. And the other potential buyer is Byron Allen, who has mostly judge shows, but he's offered like $10 billion for what's left of ABC and Freeform, which was ABC Family. It was the Christian Broadcasting Network before that. I used to watch Westerns with my grandfather on CBN, and Davy and Goliath. And Superbook. I used to watch Superbook. Remember Superbook? It was like Bible anime. Yeah, that was a thing. So we're going to talk about all this drama at ABC News. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, since we're going to give you a daily dose of dismal Disney. If you go out to shopclownfish.com, we are selling Dismal Kingdom parody t-shirts, not to be confused with that other place where the mouse lives. It is a burning castle, a castle burning down from a series of very, very bad decisions. So a lot of the industry publications are saying that this talk of a sale is a distraction, that Disney is trying to distract from its really, really terrible situation. So this is coming from Variety. Deal buzz distracts from Disney disorder. And this is written by Heidi Chung. Even as the broader markets were lower Friday, Disney stock rose 1.3% thanks to the rumor its linear TV businesses were getting buyer interest. On Thursday, Bloomberg first reported that Disney had held exploratory talks with Nexstar to sell ABC. And then that media mogul Byron Allen, the guy who does all the judge shows, had placed a $10 billion bid to acquire ABC. Disney attempted to shut down sales speculation in a statement, but these rumors come just 2 months after Bob Iger told CNBC that linear TV businesses were no longer a core asset. While investors are surely happy to see any positive movement in the stock, because Disney's really in the crapper right now, it's a convenient time for all the speculation about a potential sale to come to light. On top of the declining linear TV business, it was reported the same day as the Nexstar Allen rumors that Disney would fall short of its 2024 goal for Disney Plus by tens of millions of subscribers. Yeah, so this is all smoke and mirrors, guys. They don't want you to look at this. Hey, look, good news, everybody. ABC is for sale, but Disney is distracting you from this, that they cut the target for Disney Plus streaming subscribers. They said the goal of 215 million to 245 million subscribers was set in August of 2022 by Bob Chapek. In February, Bob Iger said Disney would no longer provide subscriber forecasts, matching a decision at Netflix. Yeah, they don't like to do that. They don't like to tell you what their numbers are, because eventually all these services, you're going to hit a ceiling. Disney Plus has been losing customers to price increases as well as collapsing demand in India after the company failed to win cricket streaming rights, which we told you a year or so ago that was going to be a huge issue. And people are like, that's stupid. Cricket in India, what does that have to do with the price of Disney Plus? A lot, because cricket's a huge deal, apparently, in India. Like, who knew? Like, people have to, remember that cricket exists in the US. They're like, oh yeah, cricket, that's a sport, isn't it? In India, it's like the biggest thing. That led management to conclude it will fall short of those earlier numbers, said the people who asked not to be identified. Wall Street's focus in the past year has shifted from sign-up numbers at online video platforms to profitability. And this also ties into the strikes, guys. This is about making Hollywood profitable. And Disney has narrowed its losses in its streaming division by hundreds of millions of dollars in recent quarters. So the shares are going up because of the news that Disney could be offloading ABC. Like, oh, well, that's good, right? They're going to be more profitable because ABC is a losing proposition. So yeah, this is all smoke and mirrors, guys. Disney shares are down 8% in the past 6 months and 23% in the last year. Investor confidence in the legendary media company has deteriorated. As of late, even with Iger back, oh my God, Disney's too big to fail, guys. Remember that? Disney is too big to fail. Perhaps a divestiture of its linear TV business is the first step to regaining that investor confidence. So let's go out to Fox News, which is having a good gloat here, talking about how ABC News anchors are freaking the hell out. Disney's potential ABC sale could have major ramifications for network news. High-paid anchors, oh no, what are they going to do? Disney insisted it's not selling ABC at this time last week. But the company admitted that it's open to a variety of strategic options for the network, and a sale could have major ramifications for ABC News. Disney's statement followed the Bloomberg report on Thursday that found the media giant held exploratory talks with Nexstar and Byron Allen. Once news of a potential sale began to make headlines, ABC News staffers quickly expressed concern to liberal media allies. CNN's media newsletter on Thursday was labeled "Anxiety at ABC," and staffers said everyone is freaking the fuck out. I didn't bleep that out. They're freaking the fuck out. It's all anyone at work is talking about. What are we going to do, guys? It could be the end of The View. It could be the end of Good Morning America. They could make it Judge Joy. They could have Joy Behar getting paid to judge people, because that seems to be what Byron Allen's into. All those he's got like 30 judge shows. Judge Joy, Judge Whoopi. Well, they basically are judging people, right? I mean, it's basically The View. It's a bunch of ladies sitting around kibitzing about people they don't like. That's what they do. Then they start eating each other too, if that doesn't get enough views. In July, Bob Iger hinted that ABC may not be core. Industry insiders and watchdogs have insisted network TV news is becoming obsolete. Yeah, it is. ABC's newscast still draws serviceable audiences able of turning a profit. They put it on in the background. Old people fall asleep to ABC News. Good Morning America has been averaging nearly 3 million viewers each morning, and World News Tonight is typically the most watched newscast on broadcast TV. So they're talking about Robin Roberts, George Stephanopolous, et cetera, et cetera. They're paid handsomely, and the new owner, without Disney's deep pockets, might not be willing to shell out eight-figure salaries to talent. In July, Puck Hollywood reporter Matthew Bellany discussed how Disney could cut costs on his podcast, The Town. He suggested TV networks are clearly declining, yet still turning a profit, but could be viewed similarly to the way investors looked at newspapers in recent years. Oh my God, there literally was a website. I don't know if it's still around or not. Honestly, I don't care enough about newspapers to even go looking for it. But it was called Newspaper Death Watch, and they were basically chronicling the decline, the demise of newspapers. Worked at a newspaper before I got into web development. And, I have a soft spot in my heart. But I also know that, people prefer automobiles to carriages, horse-drawn carriages. So, time marches on. And network news, same thing. People are watching more. They're going to watch talking heads. They're listening to podcasts, or they're watching YouTubers. And that's a problem. They're basically the new newspapers. When all these private equity firms came in and bought newspapers because they recognized that maybe you don't have to pay the anchors of Good Morning America combined $75 million a year to anchor a morning TV show whose ratings are probably not going to go up a whole lot in the new environment. Ouch. Maybe you fire them or let their contracts expire and bring in cheaper anchors. You can make money here. Those are the things that some kind of private equity owner or some kind of value owner could do with ABC. Longtime network news exec singled out Stephanopolous, saying there's no known universe in which he's worth his current salary. He was given that contract because he provided Bob Iger with access to the Obamas and the Bidens. And, well, they don't need him anymore. They don't need you anymore. Yeah, because he was the Democrat advisor guy during the Clinton era, if I remember correctly. That's how I first heard about him. He was totally up Clinton's arse. And yeah, so they don't need him anymore. They don't need you anymore. Maybe he can go do a podcast. Maybe all these Good Morning America people and the View people, they can get together. That's what they can do. They can just turn the View into a podcast, and then they can beg for money on Patreon. And we can see how much people are willing to support them. Maybe they are. Maybe they'll make $75 million in Patreon donations a month or some shit. I don't know. This is the new normal. So yeah, they're saying these guys are going to get gone, and they're freaking the hell out. The talks were leaked to Bloomberg to kill the deal, this executive said. So they said the reason that they leaked that Disney was, and this is what we told you about, the reason Disney denied that they were selling ABC was because they were afraid that people would jump ship, or they were afraid that, the shiznit was going to hit the fan. And look, they've already been preparing for this. They fired a whole bunch of ABC News staffers earlier in the year, and they're going to sue now, I guess. But a whole bunch of ABC News staff got cut in the spring, and this is in preparation. It's preparation H. They're getting rid of the hemorrhoids. This is in preparation, I think, to sell the company, to sell ABC. They're like, we don't need these people. And you know what? And we're going to talk more about the talk shows and The View. And The View is still filming, by the way. Somehow, like the progressive View with Whoopi and Joy, yeah, they're still filming, even though Drew Barrymore, Jennifer Hudson, some others got bullied out of filming their talk shows. But The View's still filming. I think they're going to finally cancel The View. Well, maybe Disney won't. Disney won't have to be the bad guys, right? They can just sell the company, and then the new owners can deal with it and just be like, you know what, going forward, we're going to reorganize ABC News, kind of like David Zaslav reorganized CNN. And we're going to make it like a leaner, meaner streaming service or something. And people don't necessarily care if they just want facts, who's reading that off of paper. Maybe we could just use an AI host, or, oh my God, we could get a VTuber. We could get a VTuber to read the news. Here's today's headlines, everybody. Oh my God. Then you can throw super chats at the VTuber as she jiggles her tits for you on ABC News. I would watch that version of ABC News for the sheer entertainment factor. Not because I'm interested in anime tits. Geeky's not in this video, but I am not interested in anime tits. But I would have a good laugh if ABC just brought on a VTuber to read the news. So there we go, guys. Everybody freaking the hell out. I think this is great. I think this is fantastic. I think we're going to see a huge paradigm shift in the mainstream media, which is why everybody's freaking out. Everybody's attacking, I believe, attacking people like Elon Musk, coming after Joe Rogan. There's that whole issue with Russell Brand. I don't know what the hell's going on with that, but they're digging up stuff from years ago. Why now? Why now? If all this nonsense happened two decades ago, why do you wait until now? Well, because the mainstream media is losing. They are losing. News networks are getting shut down. People are losing their jobs. People are tuning in to YouTubers and podcasters, and they're not listening to the talking heads on Good Morning America like they used to. And Twitter got sold. Elon Musk bought it and basically dismantled old Twitter. And they're losing, and they're freaking out. They are freaking out. So I think you're going to see attacks ramp up on people that are in the media, that are speaking, that are basically contrarians by their opinion, that they're on the other side of the aisle, maybe, or maybe they're even in the middle. Doesn't matter. If you're in the middle, you're an enemy too, right? That's how it is when you see things black and white. People in the middle or on the other side of the aisle, they're not allowed to have opinions, because we had this thing locked down for like 10 years. and it's getting busted open like a piñata. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later. Help support the channel. Go to thereef.support and get early access to podcasts, videos, and other content. That's thereef.support.